Setting the table, preparing defences, the daily ritual in silence commences. As the radio blares from the shelf by the cooker, Dad comments on how our new neighbour's a looker, as he nods in agreement with the voice on the news. I ready myself for his oncoming views. Prime time for this chat is when I'm not here. I've told him before, made it perfectly clear. Yes, I agree the NHS deserves a clap, but Dad, must we use that as a way to distract? Alongside a man doing laps of his garden and photos of 5Ks captioned "This was a hard one," that handouts for help should not come from the helpless but from those in positions of power. I believe this. Mum, how can you not see that his politics affects me? That the way you brought me up, not just to be kind and considerate, to be more than empathetic, to be apologetic, to be sorry, to feel sorry for those who can't afford their own clothes, or for the nurses who help fix a broken nose but then need to use food banks. And that's fine, I suppose? Or it's not fine, but only when it's shown on the news. But then you just choose to what? Ignore it's happening? It's an absolute disgrace when it's right in front of you, but he cares more about who does better in political interview. I'm not going to shout. I'm not going to swear, but I am going to sit here in silence and glare, sipping my soup, dipping my bread, while his bullets of ignorance are fired overhead. Mum, you brought me up to be caring and kind. It's your moral compass that allowed me to find the politics that I think works for me best. And that's something I wear on my chest with pride. And I've never lied about morals or ethics in order to fit in with certain demographics. I watch you surrounded by gaggles with wine, who talk right-wing chatter then sit down to dine at charity events for those poor refugees, but who walk past and sneer at folk down on their luck. Putting a pound in a bucket isn't a good deed if you're voting for people consumed by their greed. See, for me, my morals and politics are linked. They are so intertwined, which is why I think I find it so hard to approach you on this. Your constant defending him feels like a disservice to yourself, and I get that you're tired. But your sense of morality is something I admired, and it's something that's hardwired into me. And I know I don't see you guys every day, and while I get to leave, you have to stay and watch him get angry, throw his plate in the sink because his opinionated daughter has told him what to think. I'm not going to shout. I'm not going to swear, but I am going to sit here in silence and glare, stirring my soup, pulling crusts off my bread, while his bullets of ignorance are fired overhead. Still in smart shirt, straight from the office, preaching how it's hard work alone that supported us. And I'm not saying you've not had to work hard because you're white. I'm just saying, acknowledge the fact that it might have helped you both in situations you can't even see. I know for a fact it certainly helped me with a lot. Yes, I may be a girl, but I'm cis and I'm white and I'm straight and a Scot, and I'm not trying to come across as some white saviour who's standing and preaching about your behaviour. I'm fully aware folk can speak for themselves. I would just rather be the one who tells you the stuff so you don't get embarrassed. Or worse, someone else gets embarrassed. When he sits and regurgitates these speeches of hate, I'm here trying to navigate the right time to educate, the right time to speak out, and when to stay quiet about the importance of protest and riot, and which pronouns to use when you talk to someone, how commenting on someone's body isn't fun, that people are people regardless of race or religion or language. It isn't the case that that's how the world is. We can help it to change, for him to grow and be better. It's only strange because you just aren't that used to it yet. But with some love and some help, maybe we can get there together, through mutual respect. You and I have a chance now to think and reflect on our approach to his political differences. But for now, I'll be quiet and just wash the dishes, as I know that all of this does come with time, and loving despite that isn't a crime. We love and we live, though his views are so wearing. Your thoughts, words and feelings leave me breathless, despairing. But in spite our differences, there's compassion and caring. It reminds me of all the good things we are sharing.